Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Harmony One. So for Harmony One, when we talked about it the last time, I told you here that this level here at 16.5 cents needs to be broken, yeah, in order also to move higher all the way up to the 200-day moving average. You can see that it lost steam, obviously didn't break that level. Yeah, it was a bit of a fake out here, made a slightly higher high, but eventually it didn't work out. Yeah, it did not manage to break above that level. And what you typically get on charts is you get these certain levels that are structurally very important for a chart, and certain levels need to be broken in order for the price to move higher. You've got areas where there is no support and resistance, but then you've got areas like here on the Harmony One chart, that 16.5 cent level, or even if you zoom out a little bit, you can see that this actually was probably more like the 17.2 cent level, that 61.8% fib level. And yeah, it was not broken. Should we move that higher? It was not broken, and therefore that uptrend did not continue. Yeah, so Harmony One looking fairly weak. I remember when we were up here and I kept my bearish sentiment here about Harmony One, and I still told you that in my opinion we need to do that lower low. That is the same story that I tell you for Bitcoin, where I'm very stubborn and say that we actually need to get to see that lower level. Now Harmony One eventually dropped from that high roughly 70%, and it has dropped significantly, and it is one of the few cryptocurrencies that in the current dip is back in my target area. And again, this is the target area where I told you that with the highest probability the cryptocurrencies are going to turn around. It is the area between the 0.887 fib level and the 0.786 fib level. In this case, between 8.2 cents and 11.6. Now you can see that we're currently touching that level again. The thing is that when we hit it the first time, we really only touched it. Well, we touched it 2 times so far, or 3 times, but we didn't go into the target area really. So there is still a chance for Harmony One now to drop another 28% and remain within the target area. The price can even, in a worst case, in the current scenario, drop to 4.5 cents. Now that would be quite significant. That would mean that we drop another 62%, but that would be the worst case in my opinion. If we drop below that, then I think we're going to go into the into an area of meaninglessness, honestly, because this is really an area of major support here. You can see it on the chart. If we drop below it, you're going to go down to, I mean, we might look at a cent or something. That's ridiculous. So yeah, this is really here, this area. Ideally, you find support at the 88.2% fib level. That would be the best for the chart. 78.6 or 88.7. That we go up from here straight away. I don't have much faith, not in terms of what it's currently looking like for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so on. So I think we are going to see lower prices, and I think Harmony One is going to go once more deeper into the target area, because it also didn't spend a lot of time in there. Yeah, some other cryptos spent quite a bit of time in the target area. Harmony One didn't. At least it touched the target area, and whenever a cryptocurrency in a wave 2, and this here was a wave 2, an ABC, but the C wave completed the wave 2. Now again, it looks currently like we're coming down lower, so the wave C might be here. In this wave C here, that you are actually going to come down a little bit lower, and in this target area, then at some point, my opinion would be that you're going to turn around, and then you can move to new all-time highs. Yeah, so this would be theoretically already possible because the price did touch the target area, and whenever that happens, the price has done the minimum and it needs to do to complete a correction. So it has made a lower low compared to that wave A in December. That is very important. Making that lower low is ideal for completing a correction, yeah, but it doesn't mean it needs to be over. Of course, the price needs to move through certain barriers so that we can be more confident that the correction is over. And yeah, unfortunately here we haven't even seen a 3-wave. Well, we have seen a 3-wave move. So basically an A, B, C. It was clearly not a 5-wave move, and I also don't think it's going to become a 5-wave move. I mean, this could still be something like a 1-2, maybe another 1-2, where we start then. So that's theoretically here possible, but no, it can't be a 1-2 because we have moved below that previous low, where you could still start from here, couldn't you, at 11.5 cents. But yeah, it doesn't the structure doesn't look great at the moment, I must say. And I think we are going to see lower prices here still for Harmony One. I'm actually quite surprised how weak it was in the recent weeks. I mean, it was many people were super bullish here on Harmony One in that B wave. That's where we took profits here on this channel. I made you aware that I took profits up here at the peak. We talked about it in the videos because I did expect that significant drop into the target area. I think that was the right call. What I'm doing in this target area is to accumulate Harmony One again. I really like the project. There's a lot going on. But of course, it's a smaller project. I think rank 60 or 65 or something on CoinMarketCap. Not a super small project, but of course riskier than, for example, an Ethereum or an AVAX, for example. Yeah, we need to acknowledge that, but still a very, very nice project with a nice community and one that is very volatile. And because it is so volatile, swing trading works fairly well with it. Same with Phantom, for example. Same with AVAX, same with Terra Luna, for example. Yeah, and that is one reason why I actually like this project, like this chart, because it is so volatile. You can see it here, how it moved up and down, up and down. And this certainly was not the last peak here. And this here currently is also not the lowest low that it's ever going to make. So I think we are going to see more volatility going forward in the months to come, in the years to come. It's still very, very early days. But yeah, looking at it very, very short term, I think we are going to see lower prices, and we are currently trying to enter the target area again. And I'm only going to talk really about significantly higher prices as soon as we move above that previous rejection point here at 17.5 cents. And after that, very importantly, would be that next high here at 23.6 cents. Until then, the downside potential is still very much there. And again, this target area is defined here between 11.7, 11.8 cents and 8.3 cents. So that is very important. Now let's take a look if we can already see an uptrend starting. And of course, you just look at the price action, not looking at the indicators here, the MACD on the 4-hour chart. We only recently had a bearish crossover. So that again confirmed the downtrend. We are now significantly oversold. So at some point here, maybe at the current level, I do expect a bit of a retracement to the upside. You're just significantly oversold on the 4-hour, on the 8-hour chart as well. Similar to what we had here, which was end of February, where we also moved down into the target area for the first time at a similar level. And after that, you had some upside. So I think here shortly, you're going to see some upside again. On the daily, we're not yet oversold. So there is a bit more downside potential, maybe even enough to make that lower low. Also here, the MACD is not starting slow down. Bear in mind, I can only give you a momentary snapshot of the chart. And for now, it's really looking like that we're heading down lower. We also had that short signal on the ADX and DI. So currently it's all pointing here further to the downside. 2-day chart under pressure, didn't even manage to break above the 50 line on the RSI, and the MACD bearish crossover is coming. 4-day chart also, it did avoid very clearly and absolutely bearish. It did avoid a bullish crossover on the 4-day chart. That's interesting. That certainly is nothing that a cryptocurrency would do that moves to new all-time highs. And here the weekly is also turning around again. So it seems like that Harmony One is one of the more oversold cryptocurrencies at the moment compared to some other ones, because it is already back in the target area or very close to the target area. So that's my view on Harmony One. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.